I'm actually really happy about this because I felt very like, I don't
Really?
know, huh?
You feel like last time we had
It was just my
issues?
first time, and I felt like I was just talking in circles.
Really? I
Yeah.
feel like it went really well. I was kind of
You know,
bummed.
no, like in the office when he's wait, have you oh, why am I asking? This whole like podcast is the office. But
What are you talking about? Oh yeah. That's right. I forgot I told you
the
about
part where
that. Yeah.
the where Michael's like where he's like sometimes I start a sentence and I don't know where it's going, so I just keep
Yeah.
talking and hope I find it along the way. And I feel like I do that all the time. I literally just
Oh,
will keep talking until something makes sense.
100%.
So that's what I felt like I did last
I
time.
did that on my mission all the time.
I feel like that's kind of the that's kind of the point. Like, how old are you? Like, yeah, I'm just gonna talk like I'm confident.
Oh, 100%. I'm just
That's
like
funny.
rambling, and then eventually I'm like, and anyways, Jesus saves, you should come.
Yeah, just say something, some like really like important sentence, and that just it erases everything else you said.
Yeah,
That wasn't true.
yeah.
But, anyways,
But there were moments. There's weird. It's weird when you start talking. Like there's these moments where you like feel like you're floating. You ever get that way?
on my mission
Like just like
or just in
and
general.
I mean I had it more happen on my mission, but maybe because I was speaking more intuitively rather than like it was almost like a euphoric experience
Mm-hmm.
when I spoke with people.
Yeah.
That
I
was
know
weird.
sometimes I get that way when like not to like be jokey or anything, but honestly, when I Marco Polo some of my friends and like we're talking about like, do you know
What's,
Marco Polo?
no.
It's like a video messaging back and forth thing. So
Okay.
me and my
Yeah. I don't.
friends
I
like
don't.
we'll just set it down and we'll just talk
Okay.
like on our commutes or something, and then we listen.
Okay.
It's
So
it's just talking. It's just
yeah. So I've never gotten into that. Like having somebody just like there with you everywhere you go.
it's
Like I don't know.
honestly we should probably stop it for a bit. But it's nice like keeping in touch and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's nice when like you just need to talk through something or you need to vent. That's
Okay.
I feel like that's what girls use it for is
Yeah. Girls
venting.
need that more for sure.
But anyways, what I was saying was sometimes like if my friend has a problem or like they just need like a confidence boost,
Okay.
sometimes I don't know what I'm saying, but then like there's sometimes where like I realize like what I'm saying is probably really going to help them, and then it just like and then I just feel like
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
TED Talk speaker or something,
Yeah.
you
It
know?
feels good.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah. But yeah, you need to just start talking
And then
to
eventually it
get to
comes
that
out.
point. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so weird. It's like a drug talking.
And
That's why.
people listening.
That's why people in fact. But what if the euphoric feeling is just because you're talking and your oxygen levels are going down because you're leaving because all the oxygen is going out, and so you really what's
Like you're
happening?
talking a lot.
What's really happening is you're depleting your brain of oxygen, and then all of a sudden
No.
you're just like.
No. No, because there's sometimes where I feel really good and confident at the end of it, and then when I know that it was,
Yeah, I
I
know.
said just bad, like not important things, then that's different.
Yeah.
And air was still used for both of those situations. So,
Okay, that's true. Yeah, because
so you don't know what you're talking about.
you can feel the euphoria when it goes well. You can also feel the heaviness like a conflict
Yeah.
kind of situation.
And that's what the last time here was for me.
What?
I'm just kidding. It wasn't so heavy, but I do.
I thought
I'm
we
just
were
happy to be
fine.
back
Okay.
and not be like,
Okay. Well, we've been rolling for a good minute now,
dang it. Okay.
and we haven't even. We just kind of started in the middle of that conversation.
Welcome. Are you gonna have like a?
I haven't really thought about it. I'm trying to keep it chill-ish.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't know. There's
yeah.
so much to do. Okay, I get stressed out. Okay, we've been
Don't
we've been
be.
talking about 5 minutes.
Okay.
So this is the second take.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know if I should break this down for people, but you came last week and the cameras weren't working, so here we are again having the same conversation. Exactly the same. We
I
scripted
don't
it.
remember. I was talking to someone and he was like, well, don't you want to like look back and see like what you were uncomfortable with so you can change it next time? And I was like, no, I think I was overthinking it last time. That's why I felt so bad about it. So I'm here just to like, I don't even remember what we talked about last time, but
That's so
I'm
funny
here to
that you
just
feel
start
bad.
start fresh.
I feel like it went great.
I'm just not used to podcasts
Okay.
or talking on a podcast.
Well, just pretend the cameras and like the whole internet's not watching.
Yeah, because we would totally be sitting like this, diagonal, and like. So like music, like how's that for
Yeah.
you?
So like what? So like music, like what does it mean to
Like
you?
yeah, like what's your inspiration? What are your favorite lyrics?
Oh my gosh. No, but seriously, what's your musical inspiration?
You're gonna have to ask that later on because this my musical inspiration is I don't know.
Okay. All right, we'll bring it back. We'll bring it back
It's
to Earth.
yeah.
Okay, so you, how long have you been singing for?
I've been singing for a lot of years. I
Okay.
would say it all started with like musical theater growing up, and
Okay.
so that's kind of where I started enjoying singing a lot.
So, what's your favorite part about putting a song together? Is it the singing or is it like the piano or what?
I think it's this is kind of dumb to say, but like I think it's the end product, like the final product. So,
Okay.
like I first started out doing covers like just a few years ago, and what I like to do with my covers is like some people will just like read the sheet music and then play and sing to that or something,
Yeah.
but I like to make it like my own vibe, my own like mood or sound, which is typically always very sad and slow. but but that's what I like. And then so I'll take like an upbeat song and make it slow and sad. and
Yeah,
and
very
I think
good.
that's my
We
I
need
think
more
that's
of
my
that.
favorite part about creating
Yeah.
a cover or any song in general is just like being able to create like some sort of mood. And so
So,
that's kind of the whole production of it, I guess.
so you like being in the sad mood. And I mean, have you ever like meditated on that or like to figure out
Like
why? Or
why?
is there like, I don't want to pry, you don't have to answer anything you don't want
Like
to
this
answer,
is
but
like some
like, yeah.
psychological test.
I think I actually have a psychologist on a speed dial if you
Oh
want,
yeah,
you know?
because you notice my songs are pretty sad.
No, no.
I don't know. I feel like in general my tone and the way that I
Oh, okay.
like the way that my voice sounds, it's typically it's suited more for like slower
Yeah.
ballads and stuff.
Mhm.
But there are times where like I like to sing upbeat and
Mhm.
whatever. But as far as creating goes, I feel like it's easier for me to make them sad, I guess.
Yeah.
Especially when it's just me and the piano. I feel like an upbeat song on a piano. I'm not a jazz
Yeah.
piano player, so it just sounds weird unless you have
Yeah.
like drums and,
Yeah. I imagine
So,
like a saloon like you know like upbeat piano to me is like saloon music like
yeah.
you know
And
like
it's kind of cheesy and I
yeah.
mean, there are times where like I'm so impressed by the people that can do it, but typically because that's all that I know how to play and do at the
Mhm.
moment, then
Yeah.
so yeah, like it's easier to just kind of do those sad chords and sing to it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
but
get
I
it.
I wouldn't say I'm sad all the time.
Okay,
If
good. Yeah, I
that's
mean, I think
if
you're
that's what you're
obviously
getting
more
at.
happy than most people in interactions.
Yeah. like like yeah, face to face, but I'm crying on the
I mean,
inside.
like,
If
yeah.
that's what you mean. Like you
You gotta
seem
like the
fine.
songs are how you let out the angst of sadness,
Yeah.
and then that way it leaves room for interactions that are
Yeah.
positive.
Yeah, I'd say that. I
Yeah.
and not to like worry people. I wouldn't say like every song is exactly how I'm feeling or something, but it
Right.
definitely is like my melodramatic
Yeah,
side like
yeah.
that I enjoy to like show sometimes, but yeah, I'm not going to
Okay.
be like that all the time.
So, do you have a favorite song so far that you have out?
Um yes. It probably is Open Your Eyes. You played it last time.
Oh, it is?
I
Okay.
That one's probably my favorite. I like the way my voice sounds in Hello Lovely. And then I have like some other ones too. I liked the one I liked the Somewhere Only We Know one. That was the one.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like it was a mashup. Some people didn't like it cuz They said it was too many words at too many times. I liked at that.
Was that a cover you did? Is that still up on Spotify,
Yeah,
or is
no,
it?
I took it
That's
down.
one
That
that
was
got
the
taken down.
50,000 stream one,
Oh,
but
okay.
it was two. It was The Scientist and Somewhere Only We Know, and I was going through this phase where I just enjoyed like mashing up different songs together and stuff.
Oh yeah, I like
And so
that.
we would sing two choruses at the same time.
Yeah, I
And
like that sound.
some people didn't like it though, but I think it's because you have to know both songs to enjoy the mashup, you know? Because sometimes
Oh,
people are like, what is going on? And they can't even like pinpoint which song is which, but I love both songs and they sound so good together. So
well, let's
that
think
one's my
about it. You
favorite.
got 50,000 people to listen to that song. How many comments did you hear about people that didn't like it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, was it one
It was
or 10?
it was two people.
Two people
Yes.
out of 50,000.
Yes.
So, F them.
Yeah. They literally don't know what they're talking about.
So,
Christian, you're right. You're
yeah,
right.
exactly.
Why do we just like focus on the negative, like the one person that didn't like the
Because we're
thing?
creatures that try to become better. If you're not focused on that one part that you can improve, then you're most
Yeah,
likely not somebody that's going to be successful.
that's true.
But at the same time, I
Not
think
everyone's gonna like us.
not everyone's going to like you. So you have to find, especially if you want to be successful and be like positive influence, I guess, you have to be able to like hear the negativity and turn it into positive criticism
Yeah.
and for yourself, but you don't like reflect it out
Mm-hmm.
like rather than speaking about the two negative comments, you just focus on the 50,000 views, but like you outwardly express and talk about the 50,000 like the positive side, but
Mm-hmm.
inside like okay, there was a couple of critiques, is it true? Like it's more of like a personal journey, and you don't necessarily have to tell everybody that there was two people that didn't like it, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
but you can keep it inside your heart and just kind of consider it on your next song.
Yeah. That's true. I
Yeah.
also never did another mashup again, but
Well, so they won.
yeah.
But it's early in the career, so we're not
Yeah.
totally over.
Yeah. I'll do it later and
Yeah.
then I'll show them.
It's hard to create. I think like it's most people that talk about stuff like that and try to make criticisms, they don't really know what it takes to create something,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
It's not like easy.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I know. But it's hard. But then it's also hard as the creator to be like 100% confident in what you've put out
Yeah.
and then to like hear that. Even though again, it wasn't the end of the world when I heard it, but it definitely was something that like
Yeah.
remained and stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, because there's so many songs that get produced that the listeners kind of get desensitized. There's like, oh, there's so many people making music, it should be pretty easy, but
Yeah.
it's not. It's
Yeah.
still as an individual to like have something in your head and then like to be able to put it not only out in the universe but record it in a way that people can hear it
Mhm.
and put it out on the internet. I mean, there's a lot of steps in between like hearing it in your head and putting it out on the internet
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
they don't see.
Yeah.
So you're doing great.
Thanks, Christian. But yeah.
Well, generally we listen to at least one song.
Okay.
Which one do you want to
I
listen
would
to?
like it to be Open Your Eyes.
You want to do Open
Yeah.
Your Eyes?
That one's probably I feel like most people like that song too. So,
I was listening to that one a lot. That was the one my kids were dancing to.
yeah. It's definitely different from all my other ones, but
Our time is fading, the end is almost near, accelerating what we don't want to hear, already waiting what people are saying. Your heart is racing, but we're the ones who made it. And when you realize they all wanna be here with their hands untied, with no doubt inside. smoke clears. We're alive, it's fine. We're alive, it's alright. Just open your eyes, it'll be your disguise, and the world will come running. We're alive, we're alive. I'm yours and you are mine. When you look to the sky, you just open your eyes and the light comes in. Just open your eyes, and the world will come running, and the light will come in. When we come so far, and the sky's already dark. When the night is all, you can see the stars, but it feels too many worlds apart. Dry your eyes, see the sunrise, 'cause we're alive, we're alive. When you look to the sky, just open your eyes. We're alive, it's fine. We're alive, it's alright. Just open your eyes, it'll be your disguise, and the world will come running. We're alive, we're alive. I'm yours and you are mine. When you look to the sky, you just open your eyes and the light comes in. Just open your eyes, and the world will come running, and the light will come in. Already waiting, what people are saying. Your heart is racing, but we're the ones who made it. We're alive, we're alive. I'm yours and you are mine. When you look to the sky, you just open your eyes and the light comes in. We're alive, it's fine. We're alive, it's alright. Just open your eyes, it'll be your disguise, and the world will come running. We're alive, we're alive. I'm yours and you are mine. When you look to the sky, you just open your eyes and the light comes in. Just open your eyes, and the world will come running, and the light will come in.
Open your eyes. I was actually listening to it. I took some notes. In fact,
Oh.
you know what's funny is I'm so glad we got to do this again because I had these notes the first time. I left the notebook at home though because
Oh.
my kids, every time I do anything, they get involved and lose everything that I touched. You know what I'm
The
saying?
way you said that, 'cause my kids.
Yeah, seriously. I was like, I need a specific notebook to start listening, and like generally I was trying to do it at home because like on Sunday I was trying to make Sunday my day to like listen to music or like meditate on who's coming in the show next week,
That's so cool.
and like rather than going to church, I just sit there and like I like
I'm
meditate.
gonna ponder
I go in the
about-
sauna. Yeah, I go in the sauna. I listen to music, and I'm like just like figuring things out. Anyways, I was trying to do it at home, and then I have this notebook, and the kids, of course, they find it somehow. There's no hiding it. And then they like took it, and like I couldn't find it, and then finally I found it.
Those darn kids.
Just darn.
They're
kids.
just so cute though. So
They are. I know.
keep them around.
Oh
you
no,
know?
God bless them, but. But seriously, they suck sometimes.
You're gonna edit that out.
No. I want this to be real, Rachel. All right. Anyways, so open your eyes.
Open your eyes.
Topic.
Yes.
Do you have a topic? I mean, like when you're writing that song, did you have a topic in mind?
Honestly, when I was writing it, again, I told you last time I wrote it while I was at work,
Yes.
and then I went and recorded it that day at the studio. Literally, I listened to the instrumental, and then a word just popped into my head, and it was accelerate. So I knew I wanted accelerate to be in. I wasn't even thinking of like what the song would be. It literally was just I wanted accelerate, and then and so that's like in one of the first lines, I think, and then I started like the pre-chorus a little bit too. I like the thought of what does it say? It's like, oh, and when you realize they all want to be here, oh, with their hands untied with no doubt inside, but they're waiting till the smoke clears. That was like the thought of like waiting until the smoke clears was like always a concept in my head. Like that's when I realized I wanted the song to be about like people going after their dreams aside, like while other people like are too scared to do it and stuff like that, waiting till the smoke clears, whatever. And so that's when it just kind of like morphed into what it is, but yeah, it literally just started with a word that I wanted in the song.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Accelerate. Well, it's a good message. So you're talking about following your dreams while everybody else is kind of worried about following their dreams.
Yeah, like like people just are too scared to, or like I feel like I've known a few people in my life who have gone after their dreams, and it was like, if you look at it from normal people perspective, it's like you're never gonna get there, or like,
Yeah.
oh, that's
Yeah.
good luck with that, but those are the people that, even if they make it or don't, like they're the ones that deserve everyone's support and like all the best luck in the world, because I think that takes a lot of courage and stuff. But most people are fine, and not to say like there's anything wrong with just like not doing something like showbiz or
Yeah.
whatever. But
Yeah.
but I feel like a lot of times people just get too scared to do it, and so it's just kind of like a hopeful message
Interesting.
to do it.
I think it came out at a good time. Was it during COVID when you wrote
Yeah,
that?
yeah, it did.
Came out at a good time because, and obviously it continues to be a good song for the future as we go through some struggles as a society. There's a lot of smoke in the air.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to be like, it's hard not to spiral and be like, okay, well, it seems like inevitable that bad things are going to happen. So why even try?
Yeah, and like let's just live until we die, basically. And
Exactly.
yeah, I agree.
So, and it's a good message because I think I've struggled with this heavily in my life of worrying about the fact that I don't know where this is going all the time,
Yes, yes,
But I want to, eventually you come to the conclusion that, well, regardless of what the fact that I don't know where it's going, I should at least try to live every day as best as I can.
yeah, because it definitely feels like if we're not creating something, if we're not like going after something that like really brings out the passion in us, then like we're literally just living until we die, and it's like it almost just feels like we're dead while we're living, like
Yeah.
and so it's really important for anyone to do something that like makes them feel alive and stuff. So
It's
yeah.
funny. Another thought that I came up with is, have you ever heard of Mona Lisa by American Rejects, All American Rejects?
No.
You should listen to that song because to me, that's like part one of your song, and then you're like part two, like after the smoke clears, because that song is about this two couple, they fall in love and like the world's kind of falling apart, and they're like, well, let's just, it basically says you can sit beside me as the world falls down,
Mm-hmm.
right? But yours is kind of like at the end or after the world has already kind of fallen apart and the smoke's settling, and you're coming out of that and you're starting a new projection.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll have to listen to that song.
Yeah, it's a good song. I like that one.
I'm gonna see them.
You are?
I
didn't
think
know they did. I don't.
they're gonna be. Did you hear about that Vegas when we were young or whatever festival?
Oh yeah.
Like
I
everyone's
did.
gonna
Dude,
be at it?
like I saw that. There was at least 100 people that like reposted that.
Yeah.
Like it was everywhere.
The tickets like sold out, or yeah, whatever. Who
It's,
knows
like,
if it'll end up actually
crazy.
happening? But
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
even know, huh?
yeah, well, we
What's
got
the
tickets.
What's the news on it? You did?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's I think they're doing a second weekend or like a third day or something.
Okay.
And so
Is there a potential that won't go through that you've heard
I don't know.
of?
It
Or
just
is it just
seems
like
it seems a little crazy.
everything's up in the air
Yeah.
at this point?
But if it does happen, I want to be there. So,
Yeah, okay.
anyways, but yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I think like some things are too good to be true. Like so many
Yeah.
like bands that I love.
You know
are
what's
in it.
like funny is like when COVID hit and I heard Matrix 4 was coming out, I was like, oh, this better not affect that. Like, it's so funny. Like, now I'm getting older and we're getting into these really crucial times. You're like, oh, what's going to happen? Like, what? You
Oh
never
my
know
gosh.
what's not going to
I
happen.
remember, do you remember when we like watched all the Matrixes for like we would do
Yeah.
like movie nights and stuff, like Bryce Martin
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah,
there
yeah. I
and stuff.
remember. Yes.
I don't know why. I just always remember like Bryce, you, and then I don't know if I was with Shayla at the time, but yeah, it was just like a whole group of us that just watched each one or whatever, and it was like a thing.
That's so
But
funny.
but yeah, that was the only time I've ever seen those movies.
Yeah, I love The Matrix.
Yeah.
But I'm a dude, and so does like every dude.
Yeah,
feel
I
like
will
every
say
guy.
I didn't really enjoy them, but I enjoyed like being social with everyone.
Yeah. You got to go where the dudes are.
Yeah, I mean,
that's one of those
that
sacrifices
was
you have to make.
yeah.
That's hilarious. So actually, that kind of leads me to another question: what music do you listen to? Like, do you have? Well, first off, what was your first band or artist that really got you into music, and what are you listening to currently? So it's two questions.
Probably Sarah Bareilles
Really?
was probably like when I think about the time that I started like making covers and singing and stuff.
Okay.
I think it was probably when she came out with, I think Kaleidoscope Hearts is what it's called. I don't know. But that album is very it's very pretty. It's very good. And she's like it's almost it's like we were talking about like creating a feeling in music, in production and stuff of your song, not just like
Right.
piano and your voice. It's like it's more, and I feel like that was her. So I think that she's kind of like my inspiration or like who I enjoyed listening to when I first started.
Cool.
And then as far as like what I listen to now, I really like EDM, so I just listen to
Is that your car? Is that your commute music?
yeah, like I'll
EDM?
just yeah.
Do.
Well,
Gotta
okay.
go file papers.
Okay, not like I will say and it's kind of weird or hard to explain to people, but I like more like musical EDM. So I'm not super into like techno like doom doom, you know, like
Yeah.
what you would expect like at a
Yeah, so it's more like a house sound, like a house EDM, which
What is
is
that?
more like a low key for like chilling a little bit.
kind of, yeah, like it's still considered EDM. Like would you say okay, I'm not trying to like be like I did EDM, but like would you say Open Your Eyes is kind of EDM?
Well, it's definitely inspired by it.
Yeah.
It's got
So
yeah.
like I kind of like I like that. I like Elenium and Griffin. They do have a little bit like
Oh, yeah.
too hardcore stuff that I don't like, but like
Right.
for the most part they're very epic. They're very musical and just like it's enjoyable to listen to. It's not like
Yeah, I
crazy.
agree with you.
so that's what I like to listen to.
Cool. All right, so EDM, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I
And
do like Ilium. They come out with some good stuff.
they're so good, and I love, especially like because my thing is making songs not sound like what they are. I feel like EDM has always been kind of like an easy way to kind of like do what I do, and
Right.
so like I can easily make like take the lyrics of an EDM song and
Yeah, because the EDM is not very, it's not very musically technical.
yeah,
It's very simple, but it's
Yeah.
it's more about the builds and the actual sounds of
Yeah.
the instruments.
yeah. So it's cool when
So
I can just like
It's pretty easy.
flip
Like,
it on its side and
Yeah. Cool.
yeah.
What was the one? Okay, yeah. Okay, so let's go into Hello Lovely.
Hello, lovely.
This one's a deep one.
It's very sweet.
Very sweet.
Very sweet.
And as I've told you, it did make me cry.
And as I told you, my dad also driving through Nevada.
You're so it's effective. It's effective at making people sad.
Yeah. And that's kind of, I feel like that's kind of the, again, it's just kind of the epitome of like how I started. It was always just me and a piano. And then when I first started recording, we would just add strings. And so that's all Hello Lovely is, you know? Well, actually, I think there's like a something in there too. But, anyways, yeah, it's pretty much just like that's always been my vibe. Like, not really adding a beat to anything. It's just keep it mellow, keep it chill.
Very
So
cool.
that's what that song is.
So again, I mean, when you're writing that song, did you have
I actually didn't
a
write it.
message? Really?
Yeah. It's a cover.
It is? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Who wrote it?
I forgot.
Oh, okay.
They're kind of, I
Are
like
they-
tagged
are
them
they
and
well-known?
stuff. I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I tagged them in my thing and like their Instagram isn't even like verified. So I don't know. But the girl that asked me to sing it because she was having a baby and stuff. And so she wanted this song for her baby video or something. And so I sang it for her.
Gotcha.
And she showed me that song. And so I just,
That's cool.
yeah.
Well, it's a really good song. My girls were dancing.
It's a pretty one.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's cool. It's got a kind of a message about, it kind of has like a protective message where you're protecting somebody you care about, ish. Like
I know.
watching over them.
It's so funny too, because like a lot of people, because again, nobody has really heard that song, so they don't know it's a cover. But yeah, so many people have different interpretations. Like a lot of people thought I was writing it about like a certain someone, or you know, and I'm just like, no, it was for a baby, you know, like.
okay.
But it could be like in a wedding video. It could be in a lot
yeah.
of different things. And I feel like with like what I want to end up doing career wise, I think that's really important too, is just like creating songs that can have different meanings and interpretations.
So I guess, what do you want to get into career-wise?
I want to do music licensing. So
Okay.
yeah, I literally like just saw a Facebook ad once where this lady, Kathy Heller, she's known for like having placed a lot of songs in TV shows and stuff like that. And she basically was just holding like a free 5-class like thing where she kind of explained like how she got to where she is and stuff. So yeah, I want to create music, start not doing covers anymore, but creating my own songs that could potentially be put in TV and like promos, trailers, whatever. So yeah.
Okay, so you want to do basically stuff for music. So why do you like music? I mean, you're in a theater, right? Mm-hmm. So is that kind of why you like movies?
Kind of. I'm very dramatic.
You like drama?
Yeah. Well, I mean, even if you like go to the movies with me, I will be crying because I'm watching the trailers. Like
You
like
cry at the trailers?
yes, like if the
Wow.
like imagine the music, like sometimes it's on point. Even if the movie looks like crap, like I will just start tearing up.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
started crying
Yeah.
in Step Brothers. I was just
What?
watching Step Brothers. It was the part where like the dad was. It was just at the end, like when the brothers
yeah.
are going up together. But yeah,
When they're going up together.
when they're going up to like he's going up to sing and play
Oh,
or whatever.
yeah.
But like the dad was talking about like how when he was little he was a dinosaur or whatever. Remember
Okay.
that?
I don't. It's been a long time. I don't remember that. scene
Anyways, it
specifically.
just
Yeah.
anything that can like create a mood for someone, like I think that's really I've always enjoyed like being the recipient of that, and so it would be cool if like I was creating music that made people feel something.
Okay.
And I feel like to do it for sync licensing, you know, for an image, I think that would be really cool. So
Very cool.
that's the goal.
What's your favorite movie? Curveball.
Bride Wars.
Pride Wars.
It depends. I feel like Knives Out is like probably where it's at right now.
I haven't seen that one. That was a newer one.
Yes, you have to watch
Wasn't
it.
that Key and Peele? Was that Peele?
No.
Who did
It's
that?
that's Get Out.
Oh, that's Get Out. Knives Out was the one. Was that the one that was
It's like the murder mystery.
Yeah, the murder mystery
Yeah,
with
it's so
Daniel Craig.
good.
I think I did see
Yeah,
that. In
okay.
fact.
They're
Yes.
coming out with the second one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I've been into I like movies with twists and stuff, so
Okay.
that probably is my
That
favorite.
movie was surprisingly stacked with like
Yeah.
a lot of
Well,
people.
the second one, it's going to be a lot of people too.
Yeah. That's good.
Good good information, Rachel. There's going to be a
It's
lot of
important.
people.
Who's in it is important.
Yeah. No, but yeah. Anyways, I'm excited for the second one. I don't know when it's coming,
What
but
was the end of the what happened at the end of that one? Knives Out.
spoiler alert.
I already watched. Okay, whatever.
I'm just saying, like, you don't know who's watching.
Okay.
So,
I don't care about them.
anyways, uh, oh, remember, like, he basically killed himself,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
but it
And
turns
then
out
the
he
knife.
didn't actually have to. He wasn't, because she put the wrong medicine in him that
So
would
it's
have
kind of
killed
like
him.
Romeo and Juliet kind of situation.
No, you should probably watch it
I
again.
forget, yeah. In fact, that's funny because you're glitter. I don't know why I thought you know what, I have Romeo and
Glitter.
Juliet on the mind because Glitter and Crimson reminded me of Romeo and Juliet, which is one of your songs.
Really? Wait, okay. You know, Glitter and Crimson is also not an
It's
original.
not a cover. Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
okay. But so, anyways, I listened to the.
Okay, good.
I was trying to listen to the words. You know, I mean,
Good.
obviously there's a you know, it's a good song, but the words are important.
You know
to
what?
somebody.
Glitter and Crimson. Do you know who wrote it?
No.
That was probably my that's probably one of my I have a lot of good memories, but this was a cover that I did on Instagram and then I tagged them obviously. And then it was All Time Low. They reposted my video
Okay.
and said they were like obsessed with it or whatever. And then even like the lead singer, he like posted me on his story and he was like,
Nice.
I wrote this whatever for someone to sing it good or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah, it was so amazing. So I got like 200 followers at like not even a big deal, but that it was
I mean,
like
200's good.
it was
I don't know what you're talking
it was really cool because I kind of just woke up one day and I was getting all these like notifications and I was like, what the heck? And then I saw it all happen and stuff. And so a lot of like All Time Low fans, like there's some like really like they're fans, you know, and they were like messaging me and stuff and they were asking for it. So I just went in and recorded it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It was a
I like
nice
that
one.
song.
What about Golden? What was Golden a cover to?
No, that was my first original.
That was
But
a
I
good one. I
like
actually
it.
ended up listening to that one. I actually like that one better
Really?
than Glitter and Crimson.
Yeah.
If I were to rate them, actually, I think for
Oh my gosh.
Golden, I
Yeah,
feel like,
rate it.
I feel like, well, like personal.
Yeah.
You know, personal favorite. I think Golden would be second, honestly.
Second.
It might be tied for Hello Lovely.
Oh, so you don't like Open Your Eyes?
Second, I said so. Open Rise was first, and then Hello Lovely would be like.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, they're all kind of like
They're all kind of.
they're all good.
That's interesting. That makes me really happy though, because I don't think I'll ever take down Golden because it was my first one, and I feel like that's the most like, if you were to like wonder what my thoughts are, because a lot of things are covers, and yeah, I feel them a bit, but like, Golden is probably like the one that was like truly like every word was what I was feeling at the time, and so, yeah, I like that one too.
I don't even remember because I didn't write those lyrics down. What was it about?
It was about, honestly, it's about being ghosted.
Yeah, okay, I get you.
But one thing I liked about it, and two, because when you imagine a song like with it being your first song ever that you're writing, you think of verse, you know, pre-chorus, chorus,
Yeah.
verse, whatever. And I did that like structure, but I went in and like what ends up being the chorus in Golden, it wasn't, that was supposed to be the first verse. Like
Oh, yeah,
those
yeah.
were the beginning words of the first verse, and the guy was like, no, I feel like that's kind of the chorus. And I was like, well, okay, but I don't even say golden in that. And then but what I like about it is that like I say golden twice in the song, in the first verse and then in the second verse, and both of them I'm using golden in a different sense. So in the first verse, I say it's something about like leave if you want to leave, like then we'll be golden, kind of like peace out, like we'll be good,
Yeah, yeah.
and then on the second verse, and then how I use it the rest of the song is just I thought you were golden, so I thought you were better than this, I thought you were the one, or something like that, and so
I get
that's
you.
something that I liked about how that like came to be, and that was really good, like working with the the guy that I worked with. I worked with Devin Wright on that song, and he just helped me like kind of form the song into what it is.
Well, it
So,
was done well. Are you still doing theater?
yeah, there's not many like companies that I do things with in Sacramento anymore, so it's kind of just like out in Lodi, and I do it like once a year with her because she does shows once a year. So, yeah, it's pretty.
What's going on this year?
I think they're gonna do Legally Blonde, but it's
Nice.
I think this is the first year I probably wouldn't do it.
Really?
Yeah, I
So are
don't.
you trying to cut ties with that?
No, 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 not cut ties.
You just don't like that
I just,
play,
yeah,
or okay?
and it's a long drive.
Oh, okay. Where is
Gas
it?
is expensive. What?
Where's the place?
We rehearse in Lodi, so,
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, I did.
but yeah, and it might be like closer to Stockton and stuff, which again, like, doesn't matter. But yeah, it Legally Blonde. It's not really like it's a fun show, but I
Yeah,
don't know if I'd want to
it's not a must.
dedicate my time for it. But maybe I'll help out like backstage or something.
Okay.
But yeah, I enjoy it.
What instruments are you using to write your songs? Do you have a keyboard? You have a keyboard?
Yeah,
What kind is it? Do you know?
Yamaha something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just know it says Yamaha.
It's like a MIDI. Is it a MIDI or is it just a keyboard?
It's a keyboard, but it'll go into
And it goes into the Logic, but can you put like software from Logic into the keyboard?
the keyboard.
So like a MIDI is usually like, so I can hook a MIDI board up to my computer, and the sounds that are in my computer I can play on my keyboard.
It'll come out of your keyboard.
It doesn't come out of I mean, it's like a remote. When it's a MIDI, it's basically like a remote where I'm pushing the buttons on the keyboard, but it's activating the computer
Oh, okay.
sounds.
Yeah, yeah.
Right,
So
yeah.
I can play my keyboard, and then it can oops, sorry. It can it'll play whatever I have
Selected
it
on
set
Logic.
it up to. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, that's a MIDI.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So, but yeah, that's all that I am familiar with is keyboards or piano. So that's typically every time, like all the songs, it all starts with me and a piano, and then we just add strings or whatever later on.
So you got featured on another song in the other continent, the other side of the world.
The other side of the world, yeah, Japan.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
it
a
was
big
cool.
one.
They just, I don't know if they were following me at the time, but they, I never interacted with them ever, but messaged me, they messaged me, one night and then asked if it was funny because like also like their English wasn't the best, and so they asked if I would sing one of their songs, and I was like, okay, like do a cover, because that's all I was doing at the time, is just doing covers of people's songs, and I was like, and they were like, no, and like we want you to sing to this, and they sent their track, and I listened to it and I really liked it, and they were like, will you also write lyrics and a melody, and I was like, yeah, I will, and so yeah.
So everything was written, like the words were written by you, or is there just a
Yeah,
certain
the
part
words.
where you're in it, or is it the
No,
whole
the
song?
words. Yeah, the whole song was me. But
Okay.
yeah, the track and everything, like they had it all done.
That's
So
interesting. So okay, so they're kind of doing what Elium does, where they basically produce it and then they just find a bunch of people to do the
yeah,
song.
yeah. So yeah, they've been putting out a lot of really good music lately, and yeah, I just noticed they just have different people singing on it.
I mean, are they big in Japan? I mean, did you research them?
No,
And
no. At the time, they reached out to me. They probably had one or two songs on Spotify that I saw.
okay,
Honestly, I think like it was probably just the beginning, like which is probably why they reached out to me, because
oh, that's still cool.
yeah, it was really cool. But yeah, like it wasn't until like a few months after too they got signed, and so they like sent over a contract for me to sign
Yeah.
because I had done the song with them and stuff. But yeah, so since then they've put out, I want to say like 7 or 8 new songs. So I feel like it was just kind of their beginning at that time. So
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's cool.
mm-hmm.
I kind of briefly listened to that one. It was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So very cool.
That was my first go at like EDM style too. Cause what was crazy is like all my covers are slow and sad as we've talked about, and they like asked me to do that, and I was like, you don't even know like if I could sing to stuff like that, you know?
Well, I mean,
And so that was like, it was really cool because also like I love that type of music. So it was kind of like meant to be.
yeah,
It was
very
cool.
cool. Do you have like a vision when you're putting all these songs together and you're like visioning success in the future? Where do you see yourself?
Well, I guess like my new career path, it literally has just started. I mean, I was like kind of starting to want to do music licensing and thinking about like where it could go last year. But it still feels very new and like I haven't fully like immersed myself in the process yet. But yeah, I envision myself knowing how to use freaking Logic and and just kind of like we were talking about earlier, like you just like starting your podcast, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I want to just be able to have the confidence and security and just like sitting down and just like creating anything basically. And so I
yeah, yeah,
kind of
yeah.
want that to be like my flow moving forward, is just like coming out with song after song after song. Because that's the thing too in music licensing is like you really just have to have a book of songs for
Right,
them to be able to choose from. You can't work
right.
forever on one single and hope that that lands. Like you'll have a better chance if
Yeah,
you have a lot. So
very cool.
yeah, that's the goal, I guess.
Like 100 songs. What's a lot of songs? I mean, 100's good, right?
Yeah, I want to say the people. I mean, I don't know much about like the indie artists that are vocalists. Like I want to say maybe they have like yeah, a lot. I
Yeah,
want to say the people that have like hundreds of songs are the people that do like instrumentals and like trailer
yeah,
cues and stuff.
right.
But but yeah, especially for me and like where I'm at right now, I want to start reaching out to people and agencies and music supervisors. Probably I'm going to start when I have maybe just 5 songs. And even though that's not a lot, it'll at least show like what I'm able to do, and then from there I'll be able to like write to what they're requesting at the time and stuff. And hopefully by then with those 5 songs I'll have had enough experience in producing and like making
Yeah,
songs again that like they'll come out faster.
right. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta keep trying, and that's what I
Yeah.
think we were talking about. We were talking about this earlier. Is it's interesting that we're in an artistic field, and then when you try to turn it into a profession, it's weird. It's a weird concept trying to turn creativity into productivity
Yeah. But
and
at the
like
same like you
meshing them.
can't take it too seriously. You just have to
Yeah,
like you have to do it. And
yeah,
I think what's hard too is like we've created like so many great things in our lifetime and stuff, and I think when we are starting something new, we expect it to be at that same level as that thing that I'm proud of, like Open Your Eyes or something.
oh yeah,
Like when I sit down and I'm like
yeah.
recording myself in my mic, I'm like,
How am I ever gonna do it
ew,
again?
how is this gonna sound good, you
Yeah,
know? But like literally you're not gonna get anywhere
yeah.
if you don't put some like lay something down, you know? So that's kind of cool, like being able to do it all in my bedroom. Like I can just kind of go at my own pace and
It's
like
wild.
yeah.
It's wild. Technology makes it crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot. We've got to be able to find somebody in Sacramento that's putting videos together or movies. I'm sure there's a videographer around here
Yeah.
that
That'd be
we could
cool.
connect you with.
That'd be cool.
That would be a cool place to start. I think one thing that I'm trying to focus on here is I think this industry has gone so global with the internet that it's hard to recognize the fact that there's a lot of stuff in your own backyard that could be beneficial to, like there's people just down the street making music, videos. Like I do estimates, and so I'm at two people's houses every day. Every day I go to two different houses to measure for construction. I run into all sorts of people, and it's crazy who's out there. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I've actually gone into a handful of guys that are like producers that have like awards and stuff, and like you
Dang.
just assume that since we're in Sacramento, it's all in LA and it's all
Yeah.
distant, but there's
And like I'm
people
gonna have to do
here.
my networking through email or
Yes.
Zoom calls and stuff when
Totally.
you can just do it like
I mean, heck,
No.
even we've got like San Jose and San Francisco. They're pretty close, and there's a market there too to tap into, and they're slowly moving this way with the changes and everything kind of up in the air right now.
yeah.
There's a lot of people shifting this way, so I think that's one thing that I'm kind of focusing my time on right now is starting this and building that connection and opening people's eyes to the fact that there's a lot of talented people right here in Sacramento
Yeah.
that we can
That's
produce
so
some
cool.
cool stuff with.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's awesome.
So, where are we going? To sushi.
Yeah.
Where? Did they decide?
Oh, Umai? Do you know where that is?
Oh, yeah, that's just right down the street.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a cool spot.
Great. Yes.
And yeah, that guy's been, he owns Happy Garden in Elk Grove. And and there's actually two. There's one in Wilton just down the street from this place. So he owns two Chinese places. He owns the sushi
owns
place.
these things.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then he owns the building. There's another building in the same, I don't know if you want to say street. There's a spot in Wilton where Grant Line and Wilton connect or intersect. And anyways, he owns like 3 buildings on that street. And there's one that just remodeled. He's going to turn that into another restaurant. So basically this guy like owns the corner.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Crazy.
See, I feel like that's the dream of so many people right now.
Oh, yeah.
Is just like,
Ownership.
yeah. Yeah. Seriously, that's the thing too that's so perfect about music licensing. I don't know if this is still on, but like,
Of course.
but like, it's like the perfect, it's like the perfect situation that I want to be in. Like, I love people, but I don't like working for them. And
Yeah, it's so weird. It's so true.
yeah.
Like,
and so if I'm able to just like create things, not be signed to a label, like just be an independent artist and
Yeah.
do songs that I enjoy creating and then make money for it, like that's the perfect setup. And I don't have to answer to anyone. I've told you I can have my dog and
You want a
my
dog.
mansion and yeah, like
yeah, I forgot about that.
so it's the perfect setup and yeah, more people should do it.
What kind of dog?
Any dog.
Any dog. Mutt dog.
I just need something to love.
Somebody that
so,
like you
yeah.
want a lap warmer?
Honestly, anything. I would love. I want your dog.
My dog?
Yeah, I want Harper.
Okay, well she's gonna grow. I mean, she's a puppy now.
Well, still.
What about
that's
Asher?
okay. Yeah, that's.
I mean, Asher's the size, basically.
but I want Harper right now, and then I'll accept her when
Okay,
she's.
I see.
It's a girl, right? Harper.
Yeah, she actually barks more than Asher. It's so irritating.
But then you look at her and you're like, oh my gosh, you're so cute. I forgive you.
That's what I should be thinking.
Yeah.
But when it's midnight and she's barking, I'm like, forget you. It's kind of the same thing with the kids. It's like,
Like.
you're great
Yeah,
until
they're
you're
cute.
crying.
Like give me a break and then I'll remember
Yeah, totally.
how much I miss you.
I know, exactly. You love your kids and your family until you're like in the heat of the battle.
If it's too much, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're quarantined together, could you imagine?
I'm so glad I wasn't. I never got. Well, there was like 2 weeks, but I stay busy, and I always have something to do.
Yeah.
And I was outside gardening and stuff. I don't just stay in the house.
I know some people were even too scared
But
to step outside.
yeah, there were
so-
some people that were like out for like a year where they weren't in the office. They were just like staying home all,
Yes.
and like
yeah.
I didn't do that. I only had like a couple weeks off. I actually got it. But anyways, I don't want to talk about it. I'm tired of COVID.
You did?
Yeah, I thought,
Oh.
it wasn't that bad, but whatever. We're done with it. We're on to World War III now.
Oh my gosh. Freaking gas is so expensive. I don't even know.
Yeah, the world's ending. The world's ending, and gas is our biggest problem.
I know. I feel bad complaining about it. I really shouldn't. That's so stupid.
At least you don't have to drive to work as much anymore.
Yeah.
Because you can drive from
Well,
work.
now I'm driving to Tracy, so it's kind of.
Well, that's a personal decision.
I know.
What's a good way to get there? Are you gonna get an electric car? What's your dream car?
I don't really have a dream car. I like charcoal gray, so anything that's.
I had
gray.
a charcoal gray truck in high school.
Really?
Yeah, it was a Silverado. That thing was
love charcoal
fast.
gray.
It was it was kind of like one of the Cholo trucks, where it was like short bed, single cab, and it was super fast. It was a V8. That thing was a monster.
In
and
high school, you said?
In high school,
you
yeah, and I cut the muffler off, so it was super unnecessarily loud.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That sound irritates me.
It's funny. It's funny because I thought it was so cool, and now I'm like adult, and it pisses me off. It totally does.
I don't know what it is. I don't get frustrated. I mean, I do get frustrated easily, but like it literally, like I just want to.
Yeah.
It's
like
so bad.
Those guys that go okay, there's two instances that come to mind. The guys in Old Sac that rev their when you're walking around Old Sac and they're revving their motorcycles.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, it's cool like once, like every 10 years.
Yeah.
But like.
Not when you're sitting outside for a meal at one of those restaurants and like they're just waiting at the stoplight.
Totally.
Ew.
So anyways, that irritates me. And the second thing is I'm out in Wilton, right?
Yeah.
There's a ton of guys that love having loud trucks. And I'm here trying to do a studio and I'm recording and mics and all of a sudden I hear this like
oh my gosh.
Like
I feel like you have to deal with that though.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Being here. No, remember this is the shop.
Yeah, the shop.
Here
that's
at the
right.
shop.
I wonder what those guys are gonna do when electric cars become like the only thing.
The only
thing. They're just gonna blast a speaker
out of their car. Like, let me still just like let people know I'm here.
Yeah,
like
totally.
You're dumb.
Yeah, totally.
Like we get it. You have a small penis.
It's so funny because it has no. There's no reason for it. It doesn't even.
Well,
literally, if I poke a hole in my Yaris, if I poke a few holes in my Yaris's, like what is it called, the exhaust, it would make a loud a noise too. I mean, like it's just
okay. But
happens.
when you had your truck though, like when you were in it and everything,
it feels
like,
cool.
Okay,
but I grew past it. I mean, I grew up as an adult.
I know, but they probably have never.
Yeah.
They're still in that phase. Yeah. They could be high schoolers.
That's true. I know.
Let them live their life.
That's when it comes.
Why
down
am I saying
to
that? I hate it.
We were just talking about.
I'm just saying, like, but you should understand.
This is good. This is how a wise person thinks. Full circle. I don't like it, but I understand it. Yeah. It's okay.
You're really good at accepting. That just happened.
Yeah. I think that's crucial in a part of life. It's just me and Kim talk about all the time. One thing I love about being married to my wife is that I'll come in heated and we'll be like, just something that happened in the day, and she's really good at just like bringing it full circle and like giving me the other perspective.
I can only imagine.
And then I'm like, okay, thank you.
She's perfect for that. Yeah, you should have her on here.
Yeah, well, I should. Because there's this... okay, I'm sorry, I'm on a rant right now.
No, go.
I went to Cane's in Elk Grove.
The chicken place. I've wanted to try that for so long.
So, look, okay. First off, I went to Texas. I lived in Texas for 2 years. Yes. That was where I served my mission.
Yes.
Okay. So
2 years. What?
I knew of Cane's. I knew it was a big deal. It's good. As a fast food place, it's pretty good.
Okay.
It's not like great.
Okay.
Okay. The sauce is decent. There's only one choice of sauce. And the fry chicken is good. The Texas toast is good. The fries are decent. And it's good for fast food. I still think Chick-fil-A is my personal favorite. They have more sauce options. They have sandwiches. They have just more to offer. Okay, so that's my general take on Cane's. But, I mean, as long as it's Elk Grove, I'll go. So, and it's good. I'll try it. It's new.
Yeah.
So I went with a friend, and I took my daughter. So it was just the three of us. I was hanging out with my friend, and my daughter had to go to the bathroom. And get this, there's only a girl's bathroom and a one-person, all-gender bathroom.
Are you serious?
Yes. So I go in there.
Is it not really a sit-down place?
I mean, there's plenty of place. No, it's like
It's
Chick-fil-A.
normal.
There's a place to sit down, and there's a all-gender, single-use, and a woman's like plenty of stall bathroom
Yeah.
or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah, and it's like
interesting.
I'm a second class. I'm like this is irritating. And like generally, if I wasn't there with my daughter and she wasn't the one that had to pee, I would have been like, oh, this is no big deal. As a man, I would have taken up like, yeah, this sucks. I mean, it's stupid. I don't like the idea that I'm like that we're getting pushed out of society in some way or whatever. But I'll go home and go to the bathroom there. I don't really care. I'm a man. I'll take it. But it was my daughter who was actually the one that had to go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody was in the single use for like 10 to 20 minutes. They were taking a crap. I don't know what they were doing. They were in there forever.
Did
And
you ask them?
what am I supposed to do?
I don't know. No, like I'm so curious. Like, why is there no men's?
I don't know. Well, that's the thing. So my first I was like, okay, did they inherit the building?
Mm.
You know, they didn't. It's brand new. I saw it go up. It was from ground to
Like that was
they
a
built-
choice.
Yeah, they totally tore down the old building and they built their own building, and they chose to put two bathrooms in the fashion that they did.
It's just a one room, all gender,
Yes.
and then,
then
the
a
women's
Yeah.
with stalls.
Yes.
For women.
Yeah. And then
Why don't they at least like just make it a men's one room thing?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I you
At
know.
least.
So, anyways, I went down that road, and I was like, okay, well, the only other. So I'm trying to give benefit of the doubt to Canes.
Oh yeah, we're
They're a s-
talking about how to.
They're a southern company, whatever.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not something they want. Maybe it's something that the county or the city is expecting them, and I don't know the logistics. I wasn't there when the decision was made. I just know it's ridiculous, and whoever made the decision sucks.
Yes. Yes.
So, anyways, that's it. But I can't do anything about it. What am I gonna do? I'm a man. I'm supposed to take it, right?
I know we're talking about like accepting things, but now I'm kind of fired up about it. I'm pretty upset. That's weird.
I know. It's okay.
I'm gonna go in and ask them.
You should.
Hey, where's your bathroom? They'll be like, oh yeah, it's over here, and be like, oh, why is it like that?
You should be like, actually identify as a man. So,
Yeah.
so what am I supposed to do?
No, where's the men's bathroom?
Yes.
That is so weird. I don't like that.
Anyways,
Ah,
sorry to go on a rant, but
that was
I
a
think,
really good.
yeah, I think we're good, right?
Yeah.
Is there any other? I mean, do you want to?
No, that was.
What's your Instagram, or where do you want people to reach you, or how listen to your stuff?
Instagram, Rachel Mullen Music. is
Rachel
my
Mullen
Instagram.
Music. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's primarily it, and then your
Mhm.
Spotify
Yeah. Listen to the
comes
songs.
up pretty well on Spotify.
Yeah.
So
There's only one of us.
that's good. I mean, sometimes there's like 10
Yeah.
of whoever.
I don't have like a stage name or anything where.
Yeah, I kind of changed mine, but
Wait,
we'll see how it
you have
goes.
you have songs on
I w-
Spotify?
no, but I changed my name to kind of be more of a stage name.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would change my name to.
What's your middle name?
Tudsony.
Okay.
It's
See,
Ty.
I just used my middle name as the last name. You could be like Rachel
No.
Ty.
I don't really need my race like attached to me, but
All right.
I'm proud to be Thai. Let me say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
All right, so we'll end this here. This has been the Beat Farm Podcast. This is Christian and
Rachel.
Rachel Mullen. Christian Scott is my stage name.
Rachel Mullen is mine.
All right, awesome. Let's go eat some sushi.
Yes.